everyone, welcome to another round of Chitter Chatter, the first Chitter Chatter of the year. And I'm so excited to be back on Chitter Chatter with my authors and other professionals and with all of you. It's so much fun to have this Chitter Chatter where you all send me the questions that I ask the authors, where we discuss all of this. And today we have with us Nupur Luthra, who is here on the second time for Chitter Chatter with this current book, Unofficial Crimes. Well, it is a book about small thriller stories and we're going to talk about it with author. And everyone, thank you for being here. Sangu Didi, thank you for being here. Hey, distant neighbor, thank you for being here. Hidden Locket, hi. Negi Sunil, hi. Aksharangiri, hi. Also, guys, it's New Year. It's time to set resolutions, intentions, challenges. So when it comes to book, what is your current challenge? What have you decided? Well, I have decided about 100 books this year. Let's see if I meet it. Hey, Sachin. Hi. Huzefa. Hello. How are you? And, well, Huzefa, what you're ordering here, I shall discuss about it later. Sachin Shroff, good morning. How have you been? And let's, Shian. Hi, how are you doing? Hope you're continuing writing. And let's send Nupur a request and get started with our Chitter Chatter on her current book, Unofficial Crimes. Let's know what is it about thrillers that excites us so much. Time read that you can really quickly read because it's really interesting. The short stories. Hi, welcome to Chitter Chatter.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm glad we didn't have a problem this time like last time. I think
I think trials and errors happened last time, so this time you were like all sorted.
Sorted.
So firstly, Nupur, congratulations on your current book, Unofficial Crimes, which is a couple of short stories about thriller and all of it. And this is the same genre that you've written again. So please tell our readers a little about this book.
See, Unofficial Crimes is basically a collection of short stories. And it was great fun writing about it because honestly, I've never written short stories before. It began as, one long story. And then I thought, you know what, why not just keep it really short? So it has a lot of paranormal activities, thriller, suspense, murder, mystery. I said just mix it all up and then see how it goes. And yeah, voila.
I'm sure it's going very well because I started reading it last night and within a few hours I was done with it. And also I was telling readers here that, because they're short stories, so if somebody is not a very avid reader and doesn't want to dedicate too much time, they can read like a story a day kind of a thing too. And that you can't leave the book. You're like, okay, let's just read the next one. It's a short story and you just end up reading the whole book. So there's Dabang Dagani here. He said he's decided to write 200 pages book and looks kind of impossible. And you've written a couple of books, and like that one was a complete story in itself, the earlier book. Right. This one has got three. So would you like to give him some suggestions, some points that can help him write?
See, you know what? I remember Ravinder Singh saying this and I always quote him because I feel there's some truth to it. You can write a book, even if it's 200, 300 pages, you can write it. But, the end point is to market your book. So if you want to write a 200-page book, go ahead. No problem. Just let it out. It has to be free-flowing and it has to be interesting. At the end of it, you have to market it. So I think marketing all counts. So yeah, just don't stop yourself. Just let it free-flow.
Nupur, how long did it take for you to write Unofficial Crimes?
2 years. Because the first 6 months I spent writing, I think, the first 2 stories. And then I took a break. And then, eventually I wrote the others. So it took about 2 years.
And many a time when you're writing short stories, I'm sure बहुत सारी और short stories होंगी. And ऐसा लगता है कि ये भी डालूं, वो भी डालूं. But at the same time, you want to keep it like a millennial book, of a certain size. You didn't want to go beyond that. Right. So that... how did you go through the editing and being like, okay, maybe ये वाली story मैं आगे के लिए रखती हूँ, अभी के लिए सिर्फ यही.
That's my problem. I have such free-flowing ideas in my head that it's difficult for me to stop at a certain point. And, I wrote the book in one free-flowing and I gave it for editing, and then my editor, Ritu Bhatnagar, was like, listen, the stories are very interesting. Can you stop? Like, us now, let there be a part 2 of the book, So it was an interesting journey. And yeah, my ideas are still in my head, but I'm saving it for part two, I suppose. Let's see how it goes.
So have you already started writing part two?
No, not yet. I think I'm like, let me just sort my stories out in my head and then see how it goes. Because, I mean, my ideas don't stop, but it just keeps bursting. So,
But I think that's the best part, that even if they're bursting, there are very few people who put those bursting ideas on paper. Like, I think it's been more than 2-3 years I've been wanting to write a book. I have so many ideas, like there's this friend of mine, Rishi. He keeps telling me that, write, write, write. Like, he's somebody who really pushes me to write. And when I meet him, I'm like, yeah, today, you know what? He's like, this is a brilliant idea, right? And I'm all excited. And I think by the time the day ends, I haven't written a line. So at least the best part is that, you put those bursting ideas out there on the paper.
it
And
happens.
that beat now, your books are out there.
No, actually, it happens to the best of us. I have people who come and tell me, we can barely write a line. We've written an entire book. And they're like, we keep telling ourselves we'll write this much and we'll do this much. And, we'll try and finish a book that we started and it just doesn't happen. So I said, yeah, you have the writer's block. Or maybe you're just simply lazy that you feel keep your ideas in your head only. It's best.
And, as a reader, what is your discipline, and how do you make sure that you have time to read? And as a writer, what is the discipline, and what is the, discipline that you follow to write?
As a reader, once I pick up a book, I can read the book the entire night. I don't really have time strain or anything. Because for me, if a book is interesting and it's a fast read, I can read it all day. If it's a slow read, then I'm like, okay, read 2 pages and then close the book. As a writer, as an author, I can go 9 hours, 10 hours straight if I had to. That way, I'm good that way. But yeah, when I have a writer's block, then it's like, forget the next 2 months, brains are not functioning.
And how is it that you get out of your writer's block?
I'm not exactly a fitness enthusiast or anything, but I listen to music, I go for a run, I go out with friends just to clear my head, get a few more ideas because they keep pitching ideas and like, no, maybe we should put this in the book and put that in the book and it'll be really interesting. And then I come back and like, maybe I should give it a try. So yeah, my ideas come from my friends and they still give me ideas, next book, please put this in, your 10th book, put this. I'm like, I haven't reached 7th book. Forget the 10th book. But yeah, ideas keep coming.
What is it about thrillers that you love so much that, always it's about thrillers when it comes to your books?
Uh, I feel like I fail at romance, so why not give murder mystery a shot? And I feel, people get to see the little romantic side in your murder mystery as well, so why not combine it? And I feel this generation is more inclined towards thriller, adventure, murder mystery. I think they've probably had enough of love stories. I don't know, but that's my feeling, I think.
Which is your favorite thriller author?
Sorry?
Which is your favorite author when it comes to thriller genre?
Jeffrey Archer?
And
Yeah, it's a little suspense thriller.
throughout the...
So I love him for it.
Okay. So again, there is this... he tried writing and you got stuck somewhere after writing a few pages. So what is a suggestion at a point where it can help him continue write?
I think just take a break for a while because, if you're in a writer's block and, you're stuck somewhere, don't, force yourself, to write something because it comes out all wrong and then it doesn't make sense. So take a break, clear your head a little bit, come back, then maybe sit to writing. That's what all of us do, and it's human nature. Because once you have a writer's block, your brains will not function. So take your time. It's not that you have to finish the book in one day. It's not like you have a contract or anything. That take your time. It's all right.
If you had to go back and write one of your stories, which one would it be?
I think my first one would be Tap for Revenge. I rewrite it because it was my absolute favorite. There's so much I could have done with it, but it's just that somehow I felt I wanted to keep it concise, so I could have let my ideas flow out, I think.
What is it one line that you would like to tell readers? Why should they read Unofficial Crimes?
Uh, it's not like any other murder mystery book. It's got a lot of short stories, and if you like that sort of genre, and if you like someone like Jeffrey Archer, who's known to write short stories and known to give you that feel of, not letting go, read Unofficial Crimes. It's not. I mean, it's my best work so far, and it's not like any other murder mystery or short stories you've read so far. And I think this is my first attempt at writing a short story, so I feel people should read it, enjoy it, and honestly give me your feedback. Yeah, feedbacks are the most important things that keep anybody going, any artist going. Forget writers, even actors and painters, or I don't know, anybody.
With you, it's the feedbacks that if they're good feedbacks, they motivate us to do more. If there are little feedbacks that have a room for improvement, obviously it's taken into account, and that's on what we can work on. So how often do you check your reviews?
Every second, third day. Because I feed on reviews. It's the reviews that keep me going. And if I don't get a review, I have a panic attack. I'm like, the reviews haven't come. What went wrong? Why are people saying something good, bad? What has happened? But yeah, every second, third day, I'm checking my reviews, trying to see how I can improve. What is it that people like, didn't like? It's a lot of work. I mean, I think Karan Johar said this once that, they pretend like the reviews don't bother them, but they actually do. They're like, sometimes after something becomes so thick skinned, they like forget it. But then he says, I know for a fact that it bothers us. It just show that we're thick skinned, but no. It really does bother us because you're constantly trying to feel what went wrong in the movie. I mean, we've worked so hard. Like, what could have been done better? What could we have changed in it? So yeah.
So I would like to tell everyone, so she checks her reviews in every 3 days, and for every artist, for every creative person, it is very important to know whether you've not been liked, and reviews, appreciation, all of it is very, very important for all of us here who's put in a lot of their expressions on paper, on screen, everywhere. So if you haven't, do buy your copies of Unofficial Crime, read it, and do review it, and DM her, put in the reviews, spread the word, and let us know what you loved about the book. And I will also be putting in my review very soon, in fact today itself maybe. So go ahead, put in your reviews, buy your copies, and like I said, DM Nupur, put it on Goodreads, put it on Amazon, put everywhere what you like. Even if you didn't like, do let her know what you didn't like, so that she can maybe add something or give you a reason why that was a particular thing. So go ahead and reach out to her after buying your copies of Unofficial Crimes. And Nupur, do you have your copy around? Let's have a selfie moment.
Let's do. I think you'll have to take the selfie. I think.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
1 second. Okay. Okay, I'm trying again. Okay, we've had a selfie moment. Thank you for your time for Chitter Chatter, and thank you for writing so many books that motivate us. Because, like you said, it's books that keep us going. At least for readers like us who love
Yeah,
to read
I
good
feel
stories.
it's because we read so much. We're so up to date on what is happening. Even if it's just news headlines or even if it's a book, it really helps. At least your language improves, your communications improve, your knowledge improves. So, I mean, to all you guys out there, read. Yeah, it's important. I mean, contrary to sticking to our cell phones and I don't know the television,
Or
read.
scrolling on social media and not reading.
Listen, I've become thick-skinned to all the trolling now. I'm like, listen, guys, grow up. Yeah, I mean, really.
So, guys, part of Chitter Chatter. Nupur, thank you for being a part of Chitter Chatter. In case you've missed any part of the Chitter Chatter, it's going to be an IGTV. So, watch Chitter Chatter. You can tag your friends who you want, who shall watch this thing. And most importantly, after this Chitter Chatter, go online, buy your copies, read it, and do let us know how you liked Unofficial. And
I mean,
you all are
thank
happy.
you for having me. It was great fun.
Likewise, and looking forward to many more books and many more Chitter Chatters.
Yeah, same here. All right.